Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here on this Friday, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation, Lake Martin, and all of Alabama. Get HVAC smart and for air that's cool and clean. Call us at Green, Brett.
Downpour out here. I don't know if people, sometimes you can hear the rain. Today's probably one of those days it's raining so hard here at the studio you could probably hear it a little bit. So if that's what you're hearing in the background, we'll apologize, but it is coming again. Imagine that, another downpour.
It's been weird. I mean, I know this isn't the weather report, but this August is the last couple of weeks has been strange.
About the whole month, man. I mean, the whole summer. I mean, it's just poured rain all summer. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about Auburn, and we got a lot to talk about. They have a scrimmage today. Hopefully, we're going to get some intel into that later on that we can report. But I was at practice yesterday, and obviously, a lot of things came out of practice. Had a chance to catch up with Coach Freeze, Jay Hardy, several other guys. Darrell Robinson was available. So we'll talk about that and a lot more. We'll take your phone calls because we're in studio today, 256-234-6221, and you obviously comment away on social media. We'll take those comments. Some things going around in the world of college football outside of Auburn. Michigan kind of gets hit with a fine and some probationary things. Does that even matter anymore? I mean, is it really? People laugh at that now.
I mean, the whole idea of probation or whatever
probation
it is
for what?
With the NCAA is so laughable now. And looking back in the history of college football, some of the things that and investigations of schools Auburn that occurred are just so beyond ridiculous now in the current environment of college football. The NCAA, right, like everyone has said, especially us, is a paper tiger. It is basically there just to hand out checks, and it's the equivalent to trying to now have Barney Fife hand out speeding tickets at the Indianapolis 500. It's a joke. Sooner than later, the whole organization is going to collapse. Whatever comes out of that rebirth, like the phoenix out of a fire, remains to be seen. But the NCAA is, I've always hated them. They've screwed us over 100 times, and they just prove again to be corrupt and stupid.
If we'd have just known back in the day, Wade, to go, well, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go take you to court.
No, we'll see you in federal court in Birmingham.
And then found out how weak they really were.
Right.
Now, on the flip side, I kind of went on a little bit of a rant this morning on the podcast. I know you're surprised about that.
The blowtorch.
But I think you've started to take over the blowtorch a little bit, the reins from me a little bit. But let's just cut to the chase. It's all about money. It has been all about money for forever. And we can sit here and bash NCAA. I don't like them either. But the times they've actually tried to get a grip on this, the court system has rendered them powerless. So what do you expect them to do, man? Like, they literally are a toothless organization that has zero bite to them. And I don't even know why I'm surprised Michigan said we're going to pay that fine. Like, I can't believe they just didn't lawyer up and go, well, we ain't paying that, and we'll just go to court and battle it out, and we'll see how it works out. I was on Gary Harris's show this morning in Tuscaloosa.
How much was the fine?
$20 million.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I'd have lawyered up for that one.
I think Michigan may be going, okay, we did do this.
I mean, that's just an admission of guilt.
They know they did it. I mean, and they've admitted they've done it, and so I think they're like, okay, let's just take this dose of medicine and move on away from this.
Well, that $20 million's oddly a lot like the allocated number you can pay players for the house.
Yeah,
settlement.
how about that? Wonder where they settled on that.
Yeah, interesting.
Also, some other things involved. I don't have it in front of me, but going in that point before we dive into Auburn the rest of the show, Kansas received a $300 million donation from a booster. And he pretty much said, look, 3/4 of that is for NIL payments and moving forward. The day it, like, and Gary and I talked about that this morning, the Texas Techs of the world and the Kansases of the world, and I'm going to throw another random one out there, Purdue, or whoever you want to throw out there, ain't taking a back seat anymore to anybody in the country. We've seen it happen in basketball. Does Auburn take a back seat to anybody in the country now?
No.
We've been to more Final Fours in the last 6 years than a lot of teams have been ever in their whole history. Auburn now, in the recent time, I guess the last 10 years, would be considered probably a blue blood by the younger generation, because how many other teams have been to 2 Final Fours in the last 10 years? Okay, my point is that the times they are changing. They're changing, man. And the ones that used to be the bottom dwellers don't necessarily have to be the bottom dwellers anymore.
No. And in a specific sport, too, right?
That's
in
my
Kansas,
point.
If they say, well, listen, 3/4 of that $300 million, good grief, is going to athletics. Well, out of that, 3/4 of that allocation of the 3/4 is going to basketball. Right,
Bingo.
or so Texas Tech can do the same thing. It's like, look, we're going to compete in football, but you know what? We really want to make a move in basketball, and that's where we want to shine. And they find their niche with their money, and that's where they begin to build.
So all these blue bloods of football that have been dominating for years better understand that they can maintain too, but there's going to be other fish in the pond now. And that 5-star that you definitely had locked down, you may not have them locked anymore, because somebody like a Purdue, or we've even seen Missouri or our school come out and go, that guy could make a massive difference in our program. We're just going to make an absurd offer to him to make sure we get him. And now the guy that you thought you didn't have to compete against, all of a sudden you're having to compete against them too. Jason Caldwell and I had this conversation about 3 or 4 months ago, and he said, look, those kind of situations are going to start popping up more and more for all of us, the Auburns, the Georgias, the Alabamas, the Floridas, the Tennessees. They're going to start getting players taken away from them, from the Purdues and the Oklahoma States and the Texas Techs of the world, because of the money.
Well, you couple that, Brett, with an expanded college football playoff, which will go to 16 teams eventually. Who knows if it'll even go more. You don't have to be in the top 4 anymore to be relevant and nationally relevant. You just got to roll into the top 20, and you've got a shot, especially if you're in the SEC or Big 12, of being in the college football playoff. And that's a Purdue. That could be anybody from Mississippi State to Ole Miss, too, if they just get the right combination of dollars.
25 years ago would have thought Auburn would have been in a Final Four. I didn't tell you the answer. That would have been no. Let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. Welcome in Scott. What's up, Scott?
Good morning, Eagle. What's up with y'all guys?
What's up, man?
I don't know. I was gonna comment a little bit about this play calling we got going on down there. Lord, we've had it going on since Freeze has been down there. He calls the plays, and then somebody else calls the plays, and
right.
And now we got Derek Nix, who needs to call the plays, and Hugh Freeze needs to sit over there and do his hands and coach. That's my opinion. What do y'all think?
Scott, this is the conversation that has been going around for a couple of days now. I was kind of getting prepared for it on the drive up for Auburn. My thoughts on it, my reactionary was like you. And I do think that last year specifically that there were different play callers for different plays. I think that was very evident in the fact that at times Peyton Thorne looked very frustrated trying just to get a play call in.
Yes, sir.
That happened in the Georgia game. But let me tell you why more than anything I think that this happened, and I think it's going to stop, is that if you've got 3 play callers or multiple play callers, or just the fact that you've got collaboration but real micromanagement in that collaboration, you can't go fast. You can't fastball. And Auburn did not go fast last year, but one time that I remember, that was early against A&M, They got up big. That's when Hugh Freeze's offenses are historically dangerous, when they get you on their heels and you can't sub out and you got to tap out. And then they get up big and kind of go back to that method. Well, let's slow it down and let's talk about every play call. That's not going to work.
Well, it also lends itself to wasted timeouts and delay of games that we saw a chronic problem with.
Yeah, and false starts. I mean,
that's right.
When you got 3 people calling the play, like you said, you're gonna have false starts and delay a game, of course, and it gets you out of your rhythm. Auburn is best when we play fast. That's a proven fact. It goes all the way back to Cam Newton. We play good when we play fast. We don't play good when we run the football and slow it down. Now, I know we had Jarquez Hunter last year. He's a beast. He's going to be a beast. But if we'd have hurried up a little bit more, he'd probably had 2,000 yards probably. That's my opinion.
I don't know if he'd had that many, but he'd have had a lot more yards than he had. Scott, thanks for the call.
Hey, appreciate it, brother.
I'm with you. Auburn, the great equalizer of having less talent over the last almost 20 years now, probably not that far back, but 15, are these spread offenses with either the run-pass option with an athletic quarterback and moving quickly up and down the field. Big plays, run to the line, run another play. Don't allow them to sub. Wear these teams out. That's the great equalizer for not having as much talent as Georgia or Alabama. It's proven to have given people like Nick Saban fits, not just with Gus Malzahn, but with Hugh Freeze and other play callers who use that methodology in their offenses. And you're unable to move fast and be nimble and wear bigger, tougher, more talented defenses down when you got a bunch of guys in the kitchen. You got too many cooks in the kitchen. You can't stir the soup, man.
Too many ladles. Didn't think I'd ever say that word on this program. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Stay tuned. More of the Soup Kitchen coming up right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauce box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Berner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
It may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillaby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillaby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left in the show today, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores. 9 locations in Central Alabama for all your home building supply needs. Call on them, and they'll beat the big box store. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big or too small. Residential or commercial, they'll come out and do the site prep work for you. Get everything ready to go. Call on J.A. Smith Construction. And
you know it, you love it, you need it. HVAC and insulation.
Sounds like a lyric on a song.
Call us at Sense of Green for air that's cool and clean. Do it now.
Y'all gonna write a song? You know it, you love it, you need it. Get Sense of Green.
www.sensegreen.com. Tell them Uncle T-Bone sent you. Okay,
right,
thanks.
So practice yesterday. Saw the first 6 periods, which are the individual periods. Didn't get to see the team stuff. Of course, it's going around. Everybody's seen Freeze throw his visor and upset with Jackson Arnold, and rightfully so. I mean, I have my own version of that video, and you can see the play. And when Cam Coleman cuts in and then cuts back out, it's when he should have thrown the football, and he had separation, and he should have thrown it, and he didn't throw it. And of course, then the window closed, and there was nowhere to go with the football, and they blew the play dead, and Freeze got pissed off, and rightfully so. And that had already happened a couple of times prior to that. That wasn't the first time it happened, and then he went crazy. He had already done that a couple of times. Now, okay, he had also made some really nice throws, too. I posted one of those on our Instagram page yesterday, so people can check that out. And then Deuce Knight had a really pretty throw to Brandon Frazier in the corner, but also, Deuce Knight had one where he had a guy wide open. He threw it at his feet. So I think the theme right now, what Freeze is upset about is nobody's really being consistent. Both he and Deuce, and you want to add Ashton Daniels in because he made some good plays too. They're making some good plays, but then they come back and make a crappy one. And he's like, we cannot have 2 good plays and a bad one. Because if you're sitting there in a crucial down, and he talked about it to us with the press yesterday, he said, we were terrible on crucial downs last year, and he said, we can't do that this year if we want to be successful.
Well, my first thoughts on the people actually making a big deal of the reaction of Freeze coaching up his player and getting
What's wrong
angry
with
with
him
him.
throwing a visor?
It's a couple of things. First of all, do you or Randy just happen to have any of those old summer videos, or those reels of Steve Savarese coaching up in the summertime? I mean, everyone's got a high school coach.
Well, if you got a coach worth a darn, it's going to show a little passion.
Thank God they didn't have video of Frank Talbot coaching us in JV football in ninth grade at practice. I don't know what would have happened. And there's so many, I hate to say it, just woke soft people that are just outraged. But also there's plenty of people out there in the fan bases and media that want clicks, or they want to use Auburn as a punching bag, and they're just going to use anything they can to be aggravating. So I think it was I just don't think it's that big a deal. In fact, I enjoyed seeing it. It's like there's some intensity that I want to see out of Hugh Freeze, not just in practice but on the sidelines.
Sure.
He has nothing to apologize for.
No, I agree with that.
Secondly, though, was that let's dive a little deeper into that drill. Was that a red zone drill?
It was a red zone drill. My
God, if they throw the ball like they did in the red zone this year, like they did last year, and don't play some punishing, I'm going to get upset.
But this a period where they
run the ball in the red zone, man.
Well, they will. I'm not speaking for them, obviously, but that period is specifically to work on routes in the red zone for receivers. Fine-tuning your routes, making timely throws, because timing is what it's all about. The longer you hold it, the play's dead. You know that. If it gets crowded and there's not real estate to throw the ball, it's about one cut here, ball's got to be out of your hand probably before the receiver even makes the break. And that's kind of what Freeze was talking about, and what you saw his frustration with Arnold is that he missed the window. He knew he was going to cut to the outside. As soon as he cut to the outside, the ball should have been out of his hand.
Should have been in the air.
It should have been in the air.
And up high.
So that again, he said it. I asked him the question yesterday, where he thought the offense was at this point in the camp. And he said, I'm never happy with where our offense is, because and he kind of went on like a 3-minute answer. But, I think he also brought up the fact that the defense is installing new blitzes and new coverages every day. And he said, we don't really install new stuff on our side the way they install it. And he said, when we're game planning for a team, we already know he said they may throw 1 or 2 new things at you, but they may not throw, I think he used the number 13 different things at you that you've never seen before and different ways to do it. And he said, you have to defend on that. I'm not saying he wasn't making an excuse. I'm just saying that when you're game prepping for a team and you're concentrating on what they're doing, it's a lot different than what you're doing in camp where you're installing a bunch of new stuff.
I think that this discussion is pretty much finally, and thank goodness, the finality of talking season in between when basketball really a month or two after basketball ends and football kind of cranks back up with recruiting in late May and June and until now. And thank goodness, because I'm about tired of talking about all these things that these coaches say and I mean, I guess there's nothing else to talk about in regards to football. I do believe that I'm in the camp with you and other people in the media. It's refreshing for this coaching staff and the transparency they have and the information they share. I don't think it's been this open of communication with media and fans basically since Tommy Tuberville's been here.
Correct.
It's been pretty much a closed door. And don't say anything or else. But I do feel like sometimes there's a little bit too much TMI. Everybody on earth doesn't need to know how the sausage is made, except for just a few people, and they need to, and you just need to know, or how the hamburger's made. You just know how it looks when it comes out on the plate.
Well, and another thing, like you and I talked off the air just a minute ago, when somebody asks you a question, who's calling plays? Derek Nix calling plays. And if you want to elaborate and go, yeah, I'm on the headset too, and if I want to make a change, I can. You ain't got to go, well, he's a first down specialist, he's a third down specialist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Derek Nix should have said that too. I call the plays, and that's it. I call the plays.
Yeah, just leave that alone. Just don't dive into it.
When you start letting people get that far behind the curtain, that's when, that's when you open yourself up. And a lot of it, I think, has been misconstrued. But like I said earlier, I think some of that was going on last year, but I do not foresee or have I heard that's going to happen this year.
No.
I think it's going to be a little bit different ball game with a more experienced play caller, and these coaches aren't going to micromanage as much like Hugh Freeze.
Need to make a change because what's been going on hadn't been working. All right, another break coming up. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event. Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here, halfway through our program, which means it's time for Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. And Wade, I'm going to tell you, you and I both talk about them all the time. It's a great place, and, man, they've got all types of different specials going on. They got Labor Day specials coming up, which is right around the corner. It's hard to believe. August 29th and 30th, you can get a Pepper Tree steak box. That's 4 8-ounce fillets and 4 10-ounce New York strips for $159. Go price that at a store and see if you can get that for that price.
I mean, I don't.
4 8-ounce fillets and 4 10-ounce New York strips for $159.
I mean, 4 good fillets is going to be $100 itself.
And then you add 4 New York strips, 10 ounces a piece in there.
Okay.
Then you can go. If you want to downgrade a little bit, which is not a downgrade, it's just a little bit less expensive, 6 Conecuh burgers and 6 steak burgers for $60.
I grilled some of those Conecuh burgers last Friday, and they're fantastic, man.
I mean, it's hard to beat them.
They cook. They're so easy to cook. You know,
Yes.
sometimes you can, if you're not careful and you kind of get in the cold snacks and get to socializing around the grill, you might burn those burgers. You can't. These things cook perfectly.
They do. $60 for a burger box, $160 for a steak box. And then where else are you going to go for Labor Day specials?
How about getting both?
Yeah, no kidding. And then, of course, this weekend, coming up, they've got the Filet Friday today, $49 uncooked, $59.99 cooked, 2 8-ounce fillets, 2 twice baked potatoes, and 2 rolls out the door for $60.
Hey, 8-ounce filet is a lot of meat.
I mean, you're not going to a restaurant and ordering 2 filet dinners and getting out for $60. I can go to a freaking Mexican restaurant now and pay $50.
No way, man, Coach. That's going to be a hundo easy.
Easily. So take advantage of all the great specials. Go check them out. Steaksandwine.com, and you can go check them out. All right, moving forward, Wade, I think, again, what you talked about with the camp and everybody kind of reading too much, we got to let this thing play out. I mean, they got to get through. They're scrimmaging again today. I'm interested to hear what progress was made from last scrimmage to this scrimmage. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some guys out today. Eric Singleton probably not participating. Not sure that Cam Coleman will be in it fully, but that just gives people some other opportunities to get in. And, we saw Omar Mapson get some more carries last week. I think we're a little bit concerned if you want to look at a position that we're not hearing more out of the running backs. Damari Alston, Jeremiah Cobb, Darrell Robinson. Talked to Darrell yesterday after practice. I mean, somebody really needs to step up and be the guy. And Damari's one on the depth chart. There's, like I told Randy on the podcast this morning, there's not a one back that does everything well. Everybody kind of does something well, and then there's some deficiencies. Like, I don't know that Damari's that good at catching the ball out of the backfield, but Jeremiah Cobb really is. I don't think that Jeremiah Cobb may be as good between the tackles as Damari is, and vice versa. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I just ain't heard a lot and haven't seen a lot out of our running game.
I don't think that running back is the focal point in Hugh Free's offense, and you have multiple backs. What I don't want to see Auburn do is pigeonhole itself into play calling and tipping its hand when a certain back's in the backfield.
Right.
You know it's going to be a pass play, or if a certain back's in the backfield, they're more likely to run. You're taking, they did that a few years back. Remember when Harold Joyner would come in and everybody like, well, it's a pass play. So you just took 50% of the possibility of what it could be for the defensive coordinator.
Just making it easy.
Just made it a lot easier on them. So I'm not surprised about Omar Mabson Jr. I watched him for a couple of years at Auburn High, and I'm so old I know Omar Mabson Sr. very well. We played flag football together, and Omar Mabson Jr. reclassifying and being a 3-star is going to be one of the all-time steals in college football recruiting if he keeps going down this pathway he's been going. He has told some folks around Auburn he will be on that field this season. That was his goal, and I believe him.
He's well on his way.
I believe it.
With the way and you heard Darrell Robinson, go check it out on our Instagram page, talk about Omar Mabson and how it's hard to believe he's a freshman and he's not scared of the moment, and he gives 110% every time he's out there. So
I mentioned the red zone earlier about how it kind of frustrates me a lot in the first couple of years of Hugh Freeze's offense that they threw a little too much. I'll take you back in time to the Missouri game last year when they had them on the ropes. It was 1st and goal from the 9, and they kept throwing the ball, couldn't get anything done, then missed a field goal, cost us the game. There's your red zone answer right there in Omar Mabson Jr. running the ball because he has a nose for the goal line, my friend.
And I think this offensive line is going to be able to do some things they haven't been able to do over the last several years in the red zone. And Jason and I talked about that too. The reason you get in the red zone and can't perform a lot of times is you can't do some things because you're inept at positions. So it really limits you and it forces you to do things that you probably wouldn't want to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times when you just want to go, hey, we're lining up and we're going to run our way in.
Well, I appreciate Jason Caldwell's comments on that, and I agree with it to an extent. But when you're in the red zone and you're throwing the ball against Missouri and you're throwing it to the transfer from Georgia State who's 5'10" instead of Cam Coleman, you're going to you're going to have to get a little bit better schematically.
Well, that's
right
coaching.
there.
Well, that's coaching.
Exactly. It's not just all on the players from what we've seen.
No doubt about it. I think what he was saying is that when you line up against, Alabama and Georgia's been a little bit different situation in the red zone than Auburn has against teams. They're more dominant up front. Sometimes they can just go, all right, let's simplify this. We're just going to pound it down your throat for the next 4 plays and score. Whereas Auburn's offensive line hadn't been in a position to do that over the last couple
one
years.
thing I'm excited to see, too, in the red zone this year, and I hope Auburn does more of it, is allow Jackson Arnold to utilize his legs like Gus Malzahn did with Bo Nix.
Yes.
And he even did it some with Jarrett Stidham. In Peyton Thorne's first year, I felt
that's
like
what Jackson Arnold's strength is.
Yeah, I felt like Peyton Thorne in his first year had more leeway running the ball. It was very effective against both Georgia and Alabama. So you got to utilize that option in the spread too. And if they don't, then you're going to pigeonhole yourself, not just in the red zone, but moving the ball between the 20s.
Up against another break. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation. And
for air that's cool and clean, Professor Green, get HVAC smart and call us at Sense of Green. It's a good thing people can't hear what we talk about. I hope it's not a hot mic.
Yeah, maybe if they do, I mean, it's
oh, well, they're going to get a good chuckle out of it.
There's no question about it. But anyway, appreciate all of our partners and sponsors here on the program. We couldn't do it without them. You know, I think looking at Baylor, we'll look ahead a little bit as we get ready to get into this game. 2 Fridays away.
Thank goodness.
2 Fridays away.
Let's get the ball rolling.
And, you know, excited that Faith and I will be there for the game.
Nice.
And again, we're going to be doing a post-game reaction show. Failed to mention that just a minute ago. We did unveil that Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, our partner on our post-game show.
Is that every game?
Every single game, home and away. So
I'm honored, sorry to interrupt, to be part of the very first one of those that ever occurred after the Vanderbilt game last year when Andy was
on a transit bus.
When he was like in a subway in New York.
It's what it looked like.
And
everybody
there were like 8,000
people
watchers
crammed in there, and everybody was watching. Like 7,000 were behind him.
I mean,
it
was nuts.
It was fun.
They didn't have a whole lot to say after that game, though.
No,
but we did.
You knew that we picked the Vanderbilt, that the first ever to do it, and it was a loss, and it was to Vanderbilt. What a great splash that made, buddy! Woo. So I will never forget it. That's for sure. But yeah, we will be going live as soon as we leave the press conference room. We will find a place in Waco, Texas, somewhere, and we will be jumping on live for everybody to kind of give their thoughts on the game. We'll give our thoughts, and again, hopefully it's a positive one. Oh, we're jumping in, and we're talking about
I'll be on that
win.
Show one way or another. That'll actually be a little bit later in the evening, too. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff our time, so it'll be a late night.
High school football is going on that day, or that night. So
that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Why'd they move the game?
That's a Big 12 thing. That's a Baylor
really?
thing. Yeah. Oh, by the way, since we ain't talked about this yet, and they didn't even talk about it on the podcast, but yesterday when we were in the press room waiting for practice to be over, Baylor pretty much comes out and says they're going to black out the game. They're wearing the all black with a gold helmet. Don't they realize how hot it's going to be in Waco, Texas? And they decide to do a blackout. We appreciate it. That's all I can tell you. Hey, all fans wear black. Okay, let's everybody pass out during the game and from heat stroke.
I'm so over all of those things when they tell it's going to be a white out or a stripe out or how about just a blowout and take care of business for once?
I like the blowouts a lot more than the blackouts and the whiteouts and the orange outs and whatever.
Whatever you got to do, Baylor, to get up for a team that you think some of their sportscasters and journalists think are going to dominate, that only won 5 or 6 games last year and have been terrible over the last 5 years. Whatever you got to do, Baylor, that just kind of tells me that they're not. That if you need that extra motivation to beat Auburn, then good luck to you.
And I kind of think when you look at it from a standpoint of Baylor is predicted to win their conference by some prognostication. Auburn's predicted to finish 11th or 12th by everybody in the SEC. So I want to put it in perspective. If you're looking at this from Baylor's standpoint, why would you not think you're not going to win that football game? Like, if you're going, okay, and you want to know why your conference doesn't get the respect, you're predicted to win your conference, and the 11th or 12th ranked team in the other conference is coming to your place, and they're favored, and most people would say, if I had to pick a team, I'd probably pick Auburn. You want to know why your conference don't get any love? That's why. Because it should be like, okay, we got a 11th best team in another conference coming into our stadium. I don't care that it is SEC. We're supposed to have a team that's going to win this conference. We got to win this game.
Who's the other front runners in that conference this year? Arizona State?
Yeah, Arizona State.
Texas Tech?
Probably those 3.
Man, that conference is falling on hard times.
Well, I mean, no kidding.
Oklahoma State's
they're way down.
Way down, and that's probably one of the premier brands in that conference.
So when Baylor and
Kansas State, I guess.
And Arizona.
Kansas State's pretty solid. Kansas is pretty solid.
Arizona State, though, has just recently come. I mean, nobody's ever. I mean, they ain't ever been.
Well, they were dangerous last year.
Well, last year because and they got that quarterback back, so they do have a legit chance. But
Dilly.
That's another one that's been at Auburn that has moved on to be successful. Rhett Lashley took SMU to a playoff.
A lot of young, aggressive coaches out there. Just saying.
Couldn't seem to get it together here, could they?
I don't know.
They move on to other places and seem to hit new heights. So, all right, up against another break. Stay tuned. One final segment coming up right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The office is on both Bank Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertaz. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on the show today. We appreciate all of you that tune us in each and every day. If you haven't gone to our YouTube channel and subscribe, please do that. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button. It helps us out tremendously. And, again, we appreciate all of you that have done that so far. Just closing out here on the show next week, really be getting down to crunch time. I think, Coach Freeze said that they're going to start shifting things around and start practicing on Sundays, getting ready for a Friday game week. Instead of having that Sunday off, you're going to practice Sunday and get ready for that Baylor game on a Friday. And Wade, nobody needs this game to get here more than Auburn does. Nobody needs a season to start more than this football team and this program. So much to prove.
Yeah.
The roster's there.
No doubt.
To me, the only thing that I can see that can screw this up, and I'm not meaning this in a derogatory way, is for the coaching to screw it up. I think the players, the defense, I think DJ Durkin's going to put an unbelievable product on the field this year. And I just think that the guys that we have on offense, you have one of the best receiving rooms, one of the best offensive lines you've had in almost 10 years collectively as a whole. It's just all laid out, and the schedule is favorable.
This quarterback of Baylor,
Sawyer Roberts.
Yeah, on paper, could be a scary matchup for any team with his experience and the numbers he put up last year. But the majority of that hay was made against defenses not in the top 60,
right,
including LSU.
Didn't they win one game against a defense ranked in the top 60?
Yeah, and so I can't remember who that was, but they got off to a rocky start. Defensively, I don't know if Baylor's going to be much better. They had an influx of talent from the portal, but
they got 5 guys that are probably going to start for them.
That doesn't always,
no, it doesn't.
If they're not there, if you don't have the depth,
right,
and those are just your 11, and I think that's kind of where Baylor is. Although it's the first game, they should be able to get through it pretty well. That could be some problems. I think Auburn's got an advantage across the board, depth-wise, against Baylor. And, what I'm looking for is a well-prepared, intense football team to come out with a sense of urgency to punish Baylor and put some points up on the board and take control of that game early and put them away.
I agree with you.
And to me, this is the equivalent of playing probably like Missouri or Kentucky on the road, a better Kentucky team on the road in the SEC. I think that's where Baylor would probably stack up in the league. Those type of games can give teams troubles if you're not ready to rock and roll. So Auburn needs to be ready to go. They need to be prepared. They need to have a game plan. They need to get in rhythm offensively and let that defense cook, and I think they'll take care of business.
Yeah, I think so. I think the depth on this team, especially defensively, is going to be a major factor in that first game. It's going to be hot, and I think with them losing one of their top 2 running backs, they had a plan to try to pound, and now I'm not too sure you can do that with just Bryson Washington.
If they can't run the ball any on Auburn in that game, they're not going to win the game. They're in big trouble.
They're in big trouble because they're not going to play. And I said
they've got some playmakers, but they just don't have the depth.
Well, I said this
Auburn
Monday, this is the best defense they'll play all year. I went down the list. I mean, Houston will put a good defense on the field.
That was the team they beat.
Houston?
That was the top 60.
Yep. So, bottom line, they're going to play the best defense they're going to play all year.
SMU will probably be one of the second best that they play.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some athletes on their defense.
For sure.
So, I think that right now Auburn SMU would be a really – I think we'd be an underdog probably if we were going to Dallas.
Oh,
but
for sure.
There are a lot of old-school Auburn folks that I know that know football better than me and seen more football better than me, and they are swearing – that this matchup is very favorable to Auburn, and they're looking for Auburn to punish Baylor.
We'll see.
So I've got to see. I'm like Randy Lee.
Show me.
I'm Missouri, the show me state.
That's it.
But I am getting a little bit more and more optimistic as we get closer to kickoff. And over the past couple of few years, I've been going in the opposite direction for the season.
Yeah, let's hang on to some positive going in, and maybe we'll hear some good things coming out of this scrimmage today that'll help increase that positive thinking. So that's going to wrap it up for the Auburn Blitz here on this Friday. We hope all of you have a great and safe weekend out there. We'll be back with you next week with more Auburn Blitz programming. That's Wade Bennett. I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next time.